Every empire thought it was untouchable and eternal. But history always repeats one truth. Collapse begins silently, long before anyone notices. This is the 7-stage collapse pattern, why every empire thinks it's different. A hidden cycle that has destroyed every great civilization in history. Stage 1 is exceptionalism. Every empire believes it is the exception to history, that collapse only happens to others, never to them. But this belief becomes the first crack in the foundation, the beginning of the inevitable process of decline that no empire escapes. Stage 2 is overconfidence. Growth feels endless, power feels permanent, and leaders begin to believe failure is impossible. The first cracks go unnoticed. This illusion of control hides the slow unfolding of structural weaknesses, quietly growing beneath the surface, preparing the entire system for an inevitable collapse. Stage 3, complexity overload. Systems grow vast, interconnected, and increasingly difficult to control. At this point, even small disruptions begin to spread uncontrollably, creating instability that leaders fail to understand, and systems start to collapse from within. Stage 4 is internal corruption. Power concentrates, accountability weakens, and the system begins to decay from within. Corruption becomes normalized, and exceptionalism is used as justification for decisions that accelerate collapse over time. Stage 5 is public distrust. People lose faith in leaders and institutions, questioning whether those in power truly serve the public. When trust disappears, stability collapses faster than any external enemy could ever achieve through force. That's when everything begins to fall apart. Stage 6 is cascading crisis. One failure triggers another, creating a chain reaction that spreads through the entire system. At this point, collapse is no longer preventable. Every attempt to fix the system only accelerates its breakdown, pushing everything further beyond recovery. Small cracks begin silently, then they turn into fractures, and fractures become irreversible destruction, spreading through every layer of society. Stage 7. Final collapse. The empire reaches its breaking point. No recovery, no return. Everything fades into silence forever. What once seemed eternal now exists only as history, a silent reminder that even the greatest empires eventually fade with time. Seedling. And yet, every new empire believes it is different, destined to succeed where others failed, only to repeat the same cycle that destroyed them all. Collapse never happens suddenly. It begins quietly, hidden beneath the surface, growing stronger with every crack, until the system can no longer hold itself together. Then, in a single moment, everything speeds beyond control. Stability breaks, order fades, and suddenly, everything falls into chaos. History is full of warnings, hidden inside the ruins of ancient civilizations, but humanity continues to ignore them, as if the past never spoke. People rarely notice collapse while they're living through it because normal life quietly hides the early signs, until it's already too late and nothing feels the same anymore. This is the cycle, the repeating pattern behind every fallen empire in history, a silent structure that rises, decays, and repeats again. The 7-stage collapse repeats. Every empire thinks it is different, stronger, immune, but history repeats itself. Not theory, repetition. And the most dangerous belief of all is thinking that modern civilization is immune to collapse, because every age thought it would last forever until it didn't. Every system, no matter how advanced, powerful, or carefully designed it may seem, carries hidden weaknesses beneath its surface that are not always visible at first glance. Every system, no matter how advanced or powerful it appears, still carries hidden weaknesses beneath its surface that can quietly shape its downfall. The real question is not if collapse will happen, but when the first stage has already begun, quietly unfolding beneath the surface without notice. Because by the time collapse becomes visible, it's already too late. What you see is not the beginning, it's the result of everything already set in motion. Is your world truly different? Or just another cycle before collapse repeats? Stage 2. Overconfidence. Success feels like invincibility.